It looks like we are streaming live on Facebook, and I am guessing that we are recording as well. So welcome to our workshop, our last workshop in our service series this evening. Tonight we will be learning about district and international initiatives, including the Kiwanis Foundation of New England and our Kiwanis International Service Partners. With us here this evening, we have Michelle Hill, who will be speaking first. She is our partnerships coordinator. And we have David Peterson, who is the Kiwanis Foundation of New England president. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Michelle.
Thank you. Yes, I'm Michelle Hill. I'm your partnership coordinator for the New England and Bermuda district. Thank you so much for joining the program. I have put together a PowerPoint with the help of KI to answer some questions that I've been asked in the past about the partnership program. So I hope that I answer them tonight, and here we go. What does your partnership coordinator do? All of these things, but serve as a resource to clubs. I pass along information to you that I receive from Kiwanis International about any new partners that we have or anything going on with our partners. Participate in district events just like this one. Suggest new partners, which I have several times to KI. And encourage you to talk about any partnership activities that you have going on or have had in the past. And I like to get that information because I like to pass it on to KI so they know that our partners are working together with us. How did this partnership thing start with KI? Well, I wanted to give you a direct quote from them, from our corporate relations department. And it is not a good business practice to rely solely on member dues to maintain an organization. It is vital to create a non-dues revenue stream, and corporate partners are a means to do this. And at the time it was presented to the international board, membership was decreasing, and so they wanted to put together a diverse financial model. And it's basically the same today, unfortunately, especially with COVID. We have a decline in membership, so this helps that. Our financial contributions from our partners, how does it impact our membership? Contributions vary based on a partner's unique set of marketing rights and benefits, and some partners make a one-time annual investment, and others do it on a year-to-year basis, as well as a revenue share program. Will these partnerships last? Some partners commit to a long-term relationship, and we do have several of those, and some have chosen to go year by year. Regardless, our corporate relations department is always evaluating new partners and looking for new partners to join us. The criteria that they look for are these: industry leaders, their mission aligns with Kiwanis International, and partners that are going to support club activities or member interests, and hopefully have a long-term relationship. Our partner types, there are 26 partners in the Kiwanis corporate portfolio. The ones in white do not generate money for Kiwanis International, whereas the ones in yellow do. As a reminder, the corporate relations department was board approved to help support non-dues revenue for the organization, diversify our revenue sources, and to help support the great programs and benefits we provide our clubs. All of the partnerships have been formed to help support club and member interests. I have asked what the financial breakdown is for each partner and haven't received an answer on that yet because it's so diverse that it's hard to break it down individually by partner. Promoting our partners. KI manages the database and utilizes party vendors to conduct mailings and solicitations, and member benefits are developed through member research. So occasionally you might get a survey from KI asking if you feel this partnership would help our members or our clubs. The corporate relations department is behind all these programs, and Participation with the partner is up to each individual member or club. If you receive a lot of emails and find it annoying, because some of our long-term partners do have access to the members list, but if you don't want to receive many emails, as I get many myself, let me know and I'll contact Elizabeth in the corporate relations department and she'll get your name removed. So the next two slides are those that are in our partner portfolio, and I'm going to go through them in a little more detail. So the first one, Partners in Detail. Nickelodeon has the Halo movement, which encourages clubs to seek out activities that support pro-social initiatives. Also, they have an annual event, Worldwide Day of Play, and it's a great way to get kids unplugged and outside. The U.S. Army, I'm sure many of you are familiar with. They have a great speakers bureau, and they connect with Key Club to do education and leadership. Hilton offers preferred rates and amenities for members and will support district events. And Landscape Structures, I'm sure many of you are familiar with that as well. They're the premier playground manufacturer of playground equipment. They're running their annual contest right now, and it's for $25,000 in playground equipment. And please see the KI website for details and how to apply. The next one is Service Leadership Partners, and these are new. Squads Abroad has been with us, but Global Brigades has not been involved that much. So I'm going to read what KI sent me because I'm not all that familiar with them. Squads Abroad provides global service project trips for Key Club members. It's operated by its parent company, Global Brigades. Recently, this partnership expanded to encourage Circle K members and clubs to participate in Global Brigade trips. Due to our challenging times, Squads Abroad is now offering TeleSquads, the world's first virtual experimental learning and volunteer programs for high school student groups on an international level. Through its parent organization, renowned Gold Star rated 501c3 nonprofit Global Brigade, Squads Abroad brings decades of international healthcare and development experience and a network of partner opportunities to clubs. This is a great thing to share with Key Club. Our community partners, you're familiar with many of them, I'm sure. Scholastic works with clubs to install reading oasis rooms, a safe place for children and families to read books all year. Clubs can also support school book fairs and provide reading certificates for students who need financial support to purchase books. Certificates can be given as low as $5. Up with People, who would have come through our area in the fall, but now are not. They work with local clubs to help promote local shows as part of its global tour. And we would host some of the kids in the group, and then they reach out and will help us with any club with whatever projects are going on. A new addition to this bucket of partnerships is Reading is Fundamental. It's committed to a literate America by inspiring a passion for reading among children, providing quality content to make an impact, and engaging communities in the solution to give every child the fundamentals for success. Sister Cities engages local clubs in sister city events, programming, and exchange programs. Kiwanis clubs are encouraged to work with their local JCI chapters on a variety of projects, and then encourage the JCI members to hopefully become Kiwanis members, because JCI ages out at 40. And the National League of Cities works with Kiwanis clubs to engage in community discussions surrounding early childhood development issues. These are our preferred charities, and some of them have been with us for decades. 170 hospitals are a part of the Children's Miracle Network in North America. It helps raise funds to support life-saving equipment and other needs for hospitals. Kiwanis clubs have sponsored local Boy Scout units, offering not just financial assistance, but mentoring and leadership to members. And clubs support the March of Dimes through its signature programs, Prematurity Awareness Month and Day, and March for Babies. Its goal is to make sure every baby is brought into the world healthy. And Boys and Girls Club of America work with our family of clubs to provide service and financial assistance. And I know many of our clubs have worked with all of these groups. Club resources. Kiwanis Warehouse Dollar Days offers rock bottom pricing on products that support service projects. They're excellent. We've worked with them in our club. Their customer service is phenomenal. Office Depot provides discounted pricing on all its products, including pricing. And then new is Colonial Flag Foundation replacing Atlas flags. And they have brought Healing Field and Field of Honor flag display events to hundreds of communities throughout the U.S. Kiwanis clubs can use this unique and proven program that has raised millions of dollars to support local charities. Colonial Flag Foundation, an established 501c3 nonprofit charitable foundation, has an experienced team providing guidance and tools that makes this all possible. The Kiwanis Marketplace is for members, and it's where all the member benefits can be found. Kiwanis Insurance offers supplemental insurance products that help provide extra coverage as members age. The Kiwanis Visa Rewards Program is our Visa card. Hilton enhances your member experience with its Fast Track to Gold program, where you can earn gold status 4 times faster. eHealth, which is a Medicare supplement insurance, so I'm going to be looking into that. Cruise and Vacation Desk offers deep discounts on cruises with major carriers, plus members receive a 3% cashback on each trip, as well as other bonuses and discounts offered throughout the year. We also have VSP, which is vision care, and it provides coverage for more than 1 in 4 Americans, from employers to Medicare, eligible adults to Medicaid. Perk Spot, and I have just joined this. Kiwanis members gain access to one-stop online shop with exclusive discounts on items from national and local merchants. Enjoy access to thousands of discounts in 25 categories, and it's updated daily. And then ID Resolve helps you with ID theft. And let's see what else. And that's my program. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. And also let me know if you have had or are going to have any programs with our KI partners. And so I can report back to KI with them. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle. If you don't mind, on the bottom, or it might be the top of your screen, if you could hit stop screen share, that would be great. I put your email address in the chat. If anybody has any questions, they could ask them in the chat now, or if you think of them while David is speaking, we can ask Michelle at the end as well. And now I will turn it over to Dave Peterson, who is our KFNE president for the next 3 years.
Well, two in a month.
But
who's counting, right? Well, thank you, Elise, and it was nice to hear what Michelle had to say with regards to initiatives. Obviously, I see a lot of familiar faces out there, so I think most of you are familiar with our foundation, of which we're all a member. So please raise your hand if you're a member, which should be everyone, right? So you get 2 for the price of 1 when you join Kiwanis here in New England. So our signature program, we have a couple of different key initiatives. Obviously, our signature one is KPTI. It's been a long-term venture, very successful, first in the country, first in the world, actually, to provide medical care for injured children, medical research, and injury prevention. So, we should be very proud of that. And it's been a very nice, we've been working on 40 years between us and the folks at Tufts Medical Center in Boston. Of course, one of our other major initiatives is grants, club grants. And this is relatively new within the past 7, 8, 9 years or so. But we're actually having a separate talk on that later in the week, and you'll be hearing from Chris Holden on that, so I'm not going to steal his thunder, but please keep in mind that we definitely are interested in helping out clubs as well. And matter of fact, I got a request today, not an official request, but just an idea, and it seems like it's something that might work. So hopefully we can add to that, because we just had one recently approved and check sent out to the clubs out in the Berkshires for a food packing program. So things are on the move there, but we'll let Chris talk more about that. As far as KPTI, I would say the one thing I want to talk about is we have a lot of free stuff that is available to clubs. And these are all sent out at no charge to clubs in New England, in Bermuda, to Circle K clubs, Key clubs. So you happen to be in New York or Delaware or Indiana, sorry, you have to pay for postage, but it's free. But and everything pretty much, believe it or not, is available pretty much through our KFNE website. So even on our website on the side, you can click right on the information about KPTI. It brings you right to the form where you can actually fill out. And information available includes probably the most important, the most popular is the Early Childhood Injury Prevention Program package, which basically I'd say the most popular is that temperature sensitive duck that you're probably familiar with, or you may be familiar with. And it's last year, as a matter of fact, we sent out 3,300 ducks. So that's 3,300 kids that weren't, I'm going to say, scalded by hot water with that temperature check that's there. So that's probably the biggest part of that, and it's the most popular. And but it's also no charge for that, as well as the car seat stickers. There's information on burn prevention. There's window safety, kids falling out of windows in the summertime. You hear that too often. Concussions, certainly a big thing with sports and children these days. So they're right up to the times on things like that. And of course, one of the tried and true areas where Kiwanis has been involved in for many a year is bicycle rodeos. And whether it's helmet stickers or just actually doing all of the rodeos, we got word that this year there were fewer than in the past, but that makes sense. Obviously, most of them are held right around early May, Mother's Day weekend traditionally. But hopefully those will be coming back soon. Very important. A lot of kids on their bikes nowadays since they're spending more time at home. Anyway, we also, so Kiwanis, our foundation, also has helped out the hospital there by providing some car seats for newborns. So a lot of times, either children are born earlier than parents expect, or perhaps it's just a family that couldn't afford a car seat. So we recently put some money together for that, and we got a big thank you from the folks at the hospital. So all this stuff complimentary, and just go to their website, and it'll take a couple weeks to get. Also want to mention the electric outlet covers. Those things are very popular as well, and especially those with young children or young grandchildren out there. You can certainly fill up your house and make sure that your house is safe. So definitely go online and order those, and they're, like you said, no charge at all. Part two of sort of the initiative with KPTI is something that we announced back at North Conway in November, and it's still ongoing. It's the Hap Garish Injury Prevention Portal. And this was headed up by Ashka Shah, who was our KPTI specialist. She recently actually started going back to school in the medical school. So she was our contact there, but I believe she's still going to help out, as I heard not too long ago. But the portal has been a big success from everything we hear. It's really for medical providers, though, so it's not as much for the public, because they're conducting and sharing and promoting research studies, and they're signing up hospitals left and right. I remember Ashka telling me that she was preparing to do some presentations to hospitals across the country. And so it's not just in New England or Boston, it's going national. And I know they're trying to continue to sign up hospitals to share these studies, because keep in mind, I mean, we're working with KPTI, but we're not the medical professionals here, but where we can help is on the injury prevention side, and whatever we can do to help support any studies that will help save lives and save kids from being injured. So that's the other part of the prevention program. Now, how do we provide all these at no charge to Kiwanis clubs? You're probably expecting me to say this jacket, and I will, because this has been around for a long time. So red jackets and crests, the two most important ways that we can help build our endowment. So definitely a reminder that jackets, we definitely appreciate those that have red jackets out there. Really, really thank you for your support recently and over the years, because without that, we wouldn't be doing this still. So, and that endowment continues to grow and grow. So as many of you know, the jackets are available for a donation of $1,000, which payments can be spread over 3 years. If you purchase one yourself, of course, many clubs have decided to honor particular members, past presidents, and so forth. So I will mention that it does take a while to get the jackets. Probably many of you know that. If you've ordered one recently, they're cut and delivered, and everything is done here in the United States. So typically, I'm going to say 3 months. Hopefully, it will be shorter. We're aware of that. But if you definitely are interested in getting a jacket for someone, you try to come up with the best size as close as possible, so that once we do get the size, it will be correct. And of course, they're still coming with people's names inside the pocket. So very important there. Also, keep in mind that if you have a jacket, that's not the end of the program. There are actually 10 different stages. You may know this particular badge here, there's actually 10 different levels. So automatically your first patch comes with with level number 1, but that can go up every year. So we do have 10 different levels available. And again, once those are $1,000, and those can be paid over a 3-year period as well. And it goes obviously 1 to 10, and whether it's number 2 might be trauma, canter, they all have a different name. So the best part about the crests, they're available here. There's no wait. You order them and we can deliver them right out to you. So certainly good news there. I do want to mention next, something you got an email about a couple months ago, and you may have seen on Facebook, but the sustaining member pin designed by our own George Delisle. Hopefully you've had a chance to get that email, take a look. They're still available. Donation for a sustaining member pin. It's only $50, and they look pretty nice. This one actually is, I think it's the best one yet. So you can take a look at that at kfne.org on our website. You can order it right on the website, and Gina will send it right out to you. And of course, we'll have them available at hopefully our next function, major function in November. But that has sold out in previous years, and we expect that to continue again. And briefly, just mention club gifts. So if your club has participated, thank you, thank you, thank you. Many clubs have. Still time for this coming year to do so. Definitely a big source of funds for us. And while we suggest $12 per member, and for smaller clubs, $150, certainly we're happy to have all clubs participate. It would be great just to have every club send in whatever they can, especially during these tough times. So definitely wanted to mention that. And lastly, 2 quick things. Don't forget Amazon Smiles. For those of you who shop on Amazon, you can list the Kiwanis Foundation of New England as a recipient, and a check will come our way. I think they send one every quarter. And so keep that in mind when ordering, especially as the holiday season comes around. And last but not least, one of the things we haven't talked about too much lately is the Morton Medal. And that's if you are putting together a financial package and a will and so forth for a $5,000, not just a, what should I say, not a donation, but if you list us in your will for $5,000, then you actually get a Morton Medal. And hopefully many years before anything would happen, but that is something that we've had a good number of people over the years. And so I did want to mention that. But with that being said, I mean, that's what's going on with our foundation, both what some of the things that we offer and how we support those programs.
And if you guys look in the chat, I added the KFNE website, the Kiwanis Pediatric Trauma Institute website, and then the community programs, which is where you can actually order the materials. I put all those links in the chat so that you can check those out if you're interested in them. Dave, do you have an email address that you'd be willing to share
Absolutely.
in the
Yep.
chat?
Send it to me right at work. That way it will get to me right when, just like an email I just got now. David.Peterson, Peterson, at rocklandtrust.com. So David. Definitely send an email and whether it's a question or a comment or like I said earlier today, I got an email from someone regarding a potential grant. They just had an idea before filling out the forms. They just wanted to see if it fit, and we'll pass it along to the committee, but it definitely sounded like one. We do still have some funds available, by the way, for future projects. So, well, we have funds available for the rest of this year. We do a certain amount of funds. And just keep in mind that it should be a project that is brand new to your club and in the future. So not something that's already taken place.
Sounds great. Do we have any questions for Michelle or Dave? Anything about international partners or the Kiwanis Foundation of New England? If there's no questions, that means you guys just did such an amazing job that it was so comprehensive. No one has any questions. Well, they do have your email addresses, so they can reach out to you if they have questions in the future or think of something in the future. I just want to say thank you both to Michelle and Dave for presenting. Congratulations on doing such a nice job. We really appreciate the information. For everybody who's interested, tomorrow's workshops are on member growth. So you will be learning about running a meaningful club meeting in person or online. You'll be learning about engaging members during social distancing and quarantine, and recruiting members, elevator speeches, and making the ask. So make sure to tune in tomorrow from 6 to 9. And I hope that you guys have a great evening. Thank you guys all for joining. Thank you to our presenters, and hope you're all doing well.